Hey guys, FinzTechDen here. Thanks for coming to this video here. This is a how to dust out your PC. As you can see here, if you can make out the detail, my case is pretty dusty. I haven't really cleaned it out in about a year and a half. As I was saying in my intro video, I've been just wiping down the front intake fans and wiping down the side intake fan and kind of letting it accumulate dust over time. The problem with dust is like an insulator. It's going to hold that heat in to all your components, making them run hotter, which can decrease their lifespan depending on how hot they're actually getting. So what I'm doing here today is going to show you guys how to dust out your PC. So something that you will want to have for dusting out your PC is going to be this canned air. It's got a little straw here that you can put on the front to get a more high pressure airflow to really get that dust off of there. And I recommend having at least 2 or 3 of these guys. That way, what happens is these will get cold as you're spraying the air out of them. So they'll start to lose that pressure because of the temperature difference. So I recommend having a couple of them so you can continue to really get dust out of there, and I'll show you how to do it. So stay tuned. Okay, now the first thing we have to do on my particular case, which is an Antec 900, is remove the side panel by removing the thumb screws from the back. So I'm gonna just remove these 2 screws here. And you may have noticed that my computer is sitting on a towel. That just makes it easier to twist and turn on the desk. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to get to for me. So anyway, we'll take off the side panel here, slide it back, pop it off. Now in my case, I have a side fan, so I don't want to rip off the cable. So see if I can prop it up somewhere on my legs or something. There we go. And I'm gonna disconnect the power cable. And there you go. Side panel. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Yeah, you don't want that. That's why we're here today. Set that aside. Now, as you can see here, this case is extremely dusty. Alright, so one thing you're gonna want to do is, if you haven't already, put the little nozzle, you know, the little tube thing, the tube. You stick it in the hole, make sure it's good and in there, and then you're able to spray out your components. Now, one thing you want to watch is if you're going to be spraying air at the fan, you don't want to just hold it down and let the fan fin forever, because if you do that, you can damage your fan, although it's probably not going to be very likely. But the other thing you can do is you can put a finger against the top of the fan and then go ahead and spray. Warning, this may get dusty. Oh, well, you make a silly mistake with me, like me, and you have a new can, and there's a tab on the top here. Yeah, you gotta break that tab off, and then you can spray. Take 2. Woo! You might want to have a vacuum around. A vacuum could come in handy to clean up the mess afterwards. Ooh, look at that dust. Yeah, this is what happens when you leave your computer dusty and you don't clean it out. And spray the graphics card a little bit. Just quick little bursts. Clean off the PCB. Clean out the heatsink a little bit. Toasty computer made out of now I can already feel this can getting cold and starting to lose some pressure, which is why I recommend having a few cans around. And honey, if you're watching, don't worry, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum and dust this room. We just got chunks of dust flying out of here. Nice and dusty. And you're gonna keep doing this till it looks clean to you. Now guys, when you wait as long as I did, you'll notice that there is a little bit of dust still in the case, stuck to some of the components a little bit more that the air canisters just couldn't push off since there was so much dust. And when you're dusting, you'll notice the big, the dust come out, and then it'll settle back into the case a little bit and you have to dust it again and again. And I went through and used the 3 cans a couple times, had to set them out in the sun to let them heat up a little bit more, and then go back and dust again. Now I'm planning on doing another video of taking off the CPU cooler here and reapplying some new thermal paste, cleaning off the old thermal paste. And at that time I may go ahead and remove out more of the components and manually, wipe off a lot of them with a microfiber cloth, try and remove that little thin fine layer of dust that I just couldn't get off all the way. But it is much better, and it's going to help with the temperatures inside the case. The heat sinks will transfer heat better, so the CPU will be cooler, the GPU will be cooler, and all around it's going to have a little bit lower temps and just help out the system either live a little longer and work a little bit better. I may be able to push up my overclock a little bit higher than what it is currently. And if I do that, I'll probably end up doing an overclocking video so you can see how to overclock your CPU or GPU. So all in all, that is how you dust out your computer. Make sure you don't flip the can air or point it at too low of an angle, because what's going to happen is you're going to start spraying out stuff, the actual chemical that's in there. And don't inhale that, by the way. Drugs are bad. Okay, drugs are bad. Yeah, we don't want to do drugs. Okay. But that's how you clean out, how to dust your PC. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All left to do now is just to put on the side panel, plug it back in, and turn it on. There you go. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and let me know by clicking the like button down below. Go ahead and click on subscribe down below as well. And look forward for more videos. Leave a comment, reach me on Facebook or Twitter. I'll have that information in the description as well for you guys. And I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next video.